What's up? I'm Grizz. Welcome, Yamada, episode 12. Akane has fully realized herself and her feelings. Finally, took long enough, and it appears that she's going to blonde boy. Can't remember his name right now. I'll remember it shortly. She's going to him for advice, probably, or just to ask something. We're gonna do something. And she talked to Momo. She's thought it over. I believe this is where we're going. If she goes in a complete different direction, I'm gonna lose my shit. But I think we're going this direction, so I'm excited. Very happy to see how this goes. I hope we get some Yamada focus. I feel like he's got some stuff that we gotta get over, get into a bit more. So I'm hoping that we do that a little bit here. But yeah, very excited. If you like it, all hit the like and subscribe. Do mean a lot to me. Feel free to stick around for the discussion. Leave any comments about this episode or a series. Let's get going. Episode 12. Is this when she was found? When she got in the guild? Because she was already in the guild when we first met her, right? And they never really explained why. Yeah. You can be like, you've helped me all along, I know you can help me now, right? That's his name, eh? Well, that's a fitting title. I think it's gonna happen. No, you didn't. I'm gonna confess my love for somebody else. Momo just watches it. Get to the fucking point. Congratulations. No, you already know. Mm-hmm.
俺が出会った頃のアカネッチは一人ぼっちでつまんなそうにゲーム内フラフラしてたよね。今思えばあの頃振られちゃってすさんでたんだろうけど。
Absolutely.
ちゃんと立ち直れたんだね。
Yep, picked yourself right back up, took that step forward. You haven't, but I don't think thinking about what you've done wrong and thinking in a positive light on how to improve yourself is a wrong way to go. But I think blaming yourself for what you might have done before might be the wrong way to go. So we gotta go on game. That's sweet.
ダメばっか言われがちだけど、あんな優しいのなかなかいないよ。まあ知ってるか。でも、
Yeah, well aware.
ありのままで大丈夫。
Just shows everything in a different way.
振られても俺とモモちゃんがいる。
そうだよ。女は度胸。思い立ったら即行動。なんなら今すぐ告ってこう。そうだそうだ。
Where's this confidence comes from Momo when she doesn't have to be the one who does anything, of course.
なるべく砕けないように頑張る。
I like his advice though, just be straightforward. That's the kind of person he is anyway, so that's the easiest way to get through to him. And it's great she has a support system like this. Now you leave them two together, so now they begin to bond, right?
あ、どうも改めまして前田桃子です。
佐々木エイタです。
20歳の大学生です。会期で婚活してます。彼女いますか？
I fucking love her, dude. I love it. I love being so straightforward like that. I love her approach. Because you know at that point he probably wasn't forcing it. At least she's starting to realize what we've known for episodes now. She's not gonna have any breath. She won't be able to talk. She'll be breathing too heavy. If they pull some fuck shit and there's like some like random girl like Tsubaki here, I'm gonna fucking punch something, dude. We're not doing that. Let's do this right. Then bring out the clippers on the the table. Yeah, go inside. Go inside. Go inside. Fucking ruin everything. Come on.
もうすぐ塾行く。
そうなの。ごめん、土曜日だからてっきり休みかと。
話なら聞けますけど、駅向かいながらでもいいですか？
Oh, that might even be better, because if shit doesn't go your way, it's going to. But if it doesn't... No, no. Bro's just trying to close the door. Get inside. Come on. Said you gotta toggle. Let's do this. Oh, his approach is a little, aggressive there, though. In front of me? That was fast.
で、話って。
ごめん。
I think get ready, all he did was throw on a t-shirt and a jacket.
わかんない。
Yeah, it's a rough setting. It works though because you can split if things don't go well, you know? You don't feel like you're held
何
somewhere.
もこんなバタバタしてる時に、わざ
Yeah.
わざ街中で無理に話をしなくても。
I don't even know how you handle those, dude. No, but you don't want to push it back. Just force him into like a park or something. Okay.
信号赤。
まだに迷惑かけるだけだし。
Mm.
あのさ、やっぱり今日は。
He's holding your hand still. Yep, yep.
青。
Green, go. This is good, you know? Just maneuver your hand and then grip it really hard. And then you can't let go.
余計なことは言わないまま、ずっと優しさに甘えちゃおうか。なんて気持ちを隠したまま。
Yeah, it's
そんな
not.
のちょっと
Yeah.
ずるい。
Not being honest with yourself. It hurts you at the end of the day.
ここから電車乗るので。
うん。
話聞けなくて。
You want to meet
私
afterwards?
の様子がおかしすぎた。
本当そうっすよね。
Damn.
また今度。
She worked herself up and everything. Yes, very.
授業の後つっても。
There we go. Perfect. I love it.
それでもいいなら電話しますよ。
Or you could just meet
今
up.
日中に話したいなら。
But it's the thought that counts. And then attitude change instantly realizes it. Same way she realizes the smile
じゃあ
on
俺
him.
行きます。
He realizes it on her.
勉強頑張って。
Perfect. I really don't want to do this over the phone though. Is he not gonna get on? Did he run back to her? He's like, fuck it, it's raining, I'm not going. That'd be great.
山田どうする
Never mind.
土砂降り
俺傘あるよ。折りたたみ。
神じゃん僕と相合い傘しよう山田との相合い傘は委員長に譲るよいいよな山田
Trying to be a wingman, bro.
そんなの悪いよ。二人で帰れば。
いやレディーを差し置いてそんなことはできまい
What a lad. What a lad.
チャンスなんだから
Yeah.
つかないと
This will be your last opportunity. Yeah, we had to throw her in, right? This about to be crazy, bro. He about to get confessed to twice in a day.
に渡して俺走ろうか。
Yeah, I would, honestly. Honestly, I would just take it and go myself. I'll be joining you.
やっぱり私、駅まで入れてもらってもいいかな。
Mm.
でもかなり面白そうだから。しかして知り合い？
No, then why are you looking at her like that?
走ってた人のこと。
It was the way that the hair flows. Reminded him of someone. She can at least notice there he's taking notice on other people, right?
やっぱり一人で使ってください。
Was...
なんで？
椿さん寝れたら意味ないんで、どうぞ。
そんな山田君。
俺
Yeah.
走ります。
でも
駅もうすぐだし。
待って
Is he gonna go to her place? Did he like notice in that instant? That'd be cute. I don't actually know why he did though. And then he leaves her alone. She's the odd one out, of course. Use the rain to cover the tears. Oh, she's gonna run after him. She's like, I got shit to say.
待って。
Oh.
指が。
Moments when you least expect it, you might find yourself blurting it out.
好き。
Fuck, bro. Good for her, though. Seriously. He's gonna have some, like, dumbass response, like, thanks, bro. I'm gonna...
困らせてごめんなさい。
Yeah.
でもお願い。今日だけは私のこと考えてみてほしい。
She's waiting for a call the whole night. She gonna get it. At the speed, dude. Yeah. Why? Why does there always have to be a third person involved? We can never just have it be normal.
もうしてない。
No, I am.
お勉強お疲れ様。
Oh, it's the mom. Rita loves her donuts. No. Nope.
ママったらヤシが出ると昨日さ女の子から告白された
Ah,
でしょ
fuck. No.
なんで知ってんすか？
Oh, no. Fuck, don't make this
赤根っち
bad.
マジで告ったのか
Don't say that,
すげ
though.
えなあの子
She didn't.
早めにきっちりはっきり答えてやらないと思わせぶりのことして
Absolutely.
相手をもてあそぶのが一
Absolutely.
番ダメだぞ
Absolutely. What a fucking guy.
バカイータがまた山田さんを怒らしたから
He pull up to the work.
じゃああかねちゃん
He's here.
外にねおーい山田私に会いに来たななんちゃって
はい。さっき電話したんですけど、繋がれなくて。
He's gonna ask her for advice on this. Fuck. Or is he just gonna tell her?
もし顔が見れたら、昨日のことを謝ろうと思っただけ。
そう
How thoughtful. And he looks sad
気
about
に
it.
してないよ
Mm-hmm.
大したことじゃないしそういえば昨日はももちゃんに話聞いてもらったんだよねなんか今日元気ないじゃんどうしたの
そうですか。
Mm.
別に普通ですけど。
全然違うよ声に覇気もないしまあそれはいつもだけどあとあんま喋らないしまあそれもいつもだけどいつもの山田はこう今日の山田はこう
They're like the same, but yeah. No, he definitely has a difference.
最近、少し忙しくて疲れてるのかな。わかんないですけど。
This is the first time I feel like he's really tried opening up.
ボスの装備新調したんだよずっと山田に自慢したかったのに全然ログインしてこないからさ剣をねいいやつにしたの
どんなやつですか？
どんなやつ
I don't even
と
know.
は
It looked cool though.
武器のランクとか種類とか。
ねアップした時異常に嬉しいって
Fucking
言うとさ
piano
震
OP.
えるよね
No. Nobody likes seeing you when you're
いつもひょうひょうとし
down.
た山田に戻った
Yeah.
そん
Mm-hmm.
な風に見えるんですね。あんまり喋らないのは余計なことを言うのが怖いだけです。
Mm-hmm.
人の気持ちを深読みしたりできないし。
And when you try to, you overthink everything into your head. And then you just ultimately can't say anything. You feel like it's too late.
で
Self-doubt.
すけど。
The way he views himself in comparison to how he's viewed.
私はさ山田が時々鋭く突っ込んでくるのとか
Mm.
結構その好きだしみんなといる
It's
時
a complete
黙ってて
flip of who you
も
are.
周りを見て気を使ってるのとか誰かが困ってたら助けようとしてるの知ってるよつまんなくないよ面白いって言ったじゃん信じていいよ
Yeah.
本当だよ
You'll always be the harshest on yourself. And we're gonna fucking do it there. They have an end credit for sure, right? Yeah, every time. I hate the show for that. Every fucking time. And it's never related. It's always some stupid shit.
ため息をついてそんなことがいつの間にか癖になっていた
Okay, maybe it won't be some stupid shit.
楽しいことのはずなのに
On the bridge. The little bro. Oh wait, they're not on a bridge. Fuck. For what it was, I think this was a excellent episode, and I believe the show has done a brilliant job of kind of just gripping me and bringing me into exactly what it's attempting to do here. Really getting me invested in characters and the story itself and just the relationship itself. It definitely took some time as I wasn't completely in love with it at the early on, but I'm really starting to enjoy it. And now I'm actually at the point last week, and even now, especially after this one, I really want to go read the manga, so I'll have to wait till next week to do that. But absolutely kind of thrilled with the way this is going. I'm not going to say I'm against it, because there are plenty of shows that I like where there's triangles or where there's just kind of, or there's just like a second person involved who's interested in the main character and it just doesn't work out right. It's one of those things that's usually used for conflict and for a certain reason. And I like it specifically how it's done in this show, though, because it's not there for conflict. It's not there for Akane to be getting jealous. It's not there for a real rift between our main two, like something, or the main character being stupid, so like Yamada being dumb for kind of what's happening, right? There's no real conflict regarding that. Tsubake is mainly like used and placed in this story specifically to cause growth within Yamada, for him to kind of understand and realize that he is kind of needed as a person, or not needed, but kind of like wanted as a person, not for just how he looks or not anything like that, but just for the kind of person that he is, but also allow him to fully grasp and realize the idea that there is somebody out there that he takes more interest in, or that he might treat differently, or he might feel different towards, such as Akane. And it kind of works out for that because it allows him to sort his own feelings out along the way, showing you that there's somebody else that he's been close to for a while. In comparison to all the girls who constantly kind of just flock to him, it seems like there's another one that he's been very close to for a while, but he still refuses to see in that light, or cannot see in that way. But when you have somebody like Akane who comes along, he can see her entirely different, and that's what mainly Tsubaki's there for, in my opinion. I think she's literally just used as that gap for him to kind of look at, realize that I don't see you, somebody that I am comfortable around and close with, in the same exact light that I can see this other girl in, and I can't open up and feel the same exact way that I want to, or that I do when I'm around her, which makes him understand his feelings a little bit more for Akane at the end of the day. Really, really perfect, I think, for that. And I like that because it doesn't cause a main conflict between the main two girls just kind of having an issue. It doesn't cause a he's unsure of who he likes and who he doesn't type of thing. Like, it's very obvious exactly where he's at, and I like that a lot. It causes him to kind of think deep within himself and fully kind of understand himself a bit more. Really, really good. Opening up the show with Akane in game, looking down, looking sad, completely out of it. Specifically, I think this was after the breakup that she had, or right around the time that was happening. Meeting Ruri for the first time, and in game this is, and being able to find somebody who can be so positive in that light within your life that can kind of spark something and maybe get you excited about the thing you're doing. Kind of shows us how she got into the guild and everything, and that Rui can really be somebody there for her at the end of the day if she needs it. We get our conversation between Ada and Akane and Momo, all of them kind of there, where Akane fully basically comes out and talks about how she likes somebody, even though she didn't really say anything in Momo, just got to blurted everything out, which was great. Being able to have this support system around her and this group of people who she can feel very comfortable with at the end of the day, and be able to express feelings that she kind of has, and ask them maybe for advice or maybe the next step to take, and being able to basically talk about how she has two people who are there for her always if she's down and she needs somebody to talk to, and it really makes her happy, which I really, really like to see. Now, I'm not sure, Ada seems like a great guy, but I'm not sure if just talking to somebody who, you know, plays a little girl online behind the screen can really, really, you know, be a good guy to kind of go to about this. Regardless, he seems like a good dude, so we'll kind of trust him for what's going on. I'm glad that she has somebody that she can put her trust in, you know. Specifically, though, citing reasons around wanting to know where she's gone wrong in the past, wanting to be able to improve and like fix that upon other things, which I don't think is a wrong direction to take. Self-improvement's always a great thing. Understanding maybe the reasons, if you were the reason for issues that might have occurred in previous relationships, how you can kind of fix that, or you can better yourself in that way. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that at all. And I think that's a good approach for her to kind of take. Now, I think putting the blame specifically on yourself as if you were the problem, like solely for what kind of happened before, is the main issue here. But understandable, like why she wouldn't want to do that. Ada specifically citing that you just need to be straightforward and honest with Yamada, and that's probably going to be the easiest and most direct way for you to kind of go about this. That's just kind of how he is. He's a straight shooter in a way. He's somebody who gets in his head and overthinks everything a lot, but at the end of the day, it makes most sense for you to kind of take that approach, which I absolutely love that he kind of presented it that way. Puts Akane a bit more on the spot and makes her kind of do that. Momo introducing herself to Ada afterwards, and just, you know, giving the whole speech about what she is, who she is, how she does that she's looking for her husband, was great. Hopefully we get more development between them, at least within the manga. That would be really, really good if they kind of went a route like that. Somebody just needs to take Momo at this point. She is down horrendous. Akane kind of just running along in the crowd amongst everybody, and kind of deciding or realizing that she's kind of had these feelings for a long time and been unable to accept them herself, realizes that this has been the case and she's been trying to suppress them or convince herself otherwise, and that's just not the case. And now realizing fully, this is something I gotta do. I gotta take this opportunity. If this is something I really want, I gotta invoke change somehow, and I gotta do this. Pulls up on Yamada at his place, which is fantastic moment. She's a little odd, doesn't really know how to kind of go about things. They keep getting interrupted in a way, or she gets nervous around the people that are outside. Yamada goes to close the door and does this crazy maneuver instead of just asking her to close it, you know, just pushes her against it, basically. You know, getting extremely close to her. I mean, it made for a good moment of the show, but it's kind of weird that he went about that route, but whatever. But he's got cram school, though, so he kind of needs to get out of there. fun stuff goes on. He changes. She starts getting panicked a little bit. Him talking about specifically them talking on their way to the station, but her struggling to do it because you don't want to do it in a big open space, right? This is a very like private thing in a way. This is a very like personal thing that you kind of don't want other people around for and over here. And you want to make it like a one-on-one moment without anybody else around, distractions, right? Like, so I fully understand, you know, her hold back and not wanting to kind of do it while they're doing this. So they kind of just go for a walk a bit more. She is completely stuck in her own head and not understanding exactly what to do. So she almost walks into a car. So he has to pull her back, and she's kind of completely out of it. Grabbing her by the hand and going across the street just makes her even fall even more, which is fantastic. Her self-doubt in a way, or her feelings of wanting things to kind of stay the way that they are like this, and wanting to be treated kind of the way that she is right now, and never really letting that go, being too scared to face the reality if she got rejected or something, and then causing a rift within the relationship that kind of happened. She feels like this could be a good route for her to take, but at the end of the day, it feels like she's cheating. It feels like she's cheating herself. It feels like she's cheating the things that could come out and the joy that could ultimately come out of if things ended up going positive at the end of the day. And you need to kind of just take that next step, and it's not an easy thing to do at all. And especially the situation here where she keeps getting kind of screwed over every moment that she takes a chance here. But I like how she kind of comes to those determinations. They kind of split up. He talks about the idea that they're going to talk on the phone ultimately at the end of the day. We have a big umbrella disaster over here. Our friend in the cram school is trying to help Sabaka get set up in a way, or give her the opportunity and give her that push. So he gives her the opportunity to go under the umbrella with him as they kind of walk home. This moment specifically, we walk past this girl, and he takes notice of her hair, kind of the way that it flows within the air. And this is the first time that she's probably really noticed him really taking a notice to another girl in some sort of way, which kind of sets her off like, oh shit, he's never looked at me this way. But also it could be a good thing of, oh shit, this is like the first time I've really noticed something. So kind of confronts him about if he knows this girl and he doesn't. And it also just the hair color, the way it kind of goes within the wind, right? Like it reminds him of Akane probably. That's realistically where he's coming. So she's on the mind at this point, and Sabaki doesn't understand this at this point, which is understandable. But it causes some jealousy within her, of course, and it gets her really kind of noticing what's going on. Yamada doesn't really understand exactly why either. He's making note of that. This scene I'm rather confused by still, what it was that he realized that made him kind of run away and want to get away from her. Was it specifically like my original guess was that he was just going to run to Akane at that exact moment, and he realized that he wanted to go talk to her, see her, or hear what she had to say. That might not be the case. He might have just gotten kind of flustered and kind of wanted to run away. I don't know. But I don't really understand his reason for kind of what he did here. Ultimately, Tsubaki kind of runs, loses her glasses. Yamada comes help her. While he's coming to help her, she blurts it out, basically tells him, gives her confession in some sort of way. Such a good way to kind of do it too. A moment like this where everybody's guard is kind of down, where you kind of just in that moment feel it and you just find yourself blurting it out. It's literally one of the most perfect ways to kind of represent the way that this stuff kind of happens. Sometimes you force it so much and overthink it so much, how you're going to handle it, how you're going to do these things, but sometimes just normal emotions can kind of take over. And it's such a simple gesture of him kind of turning around or helping her out when she drops her glasses in this exact moment makes her want to come out and say it even more without her even really realizing it, and just lets it out, which I really, really like kind of the way that they presented that. It creates a big issue kind of though, because she didn't actually really want to come out and say this now. She wasn't prepped for it and didn't really know how to handle it. He didn't know how to handle it, so it created some problems between the two here. Specifically was asked to think of her though over throughout the day, and for that reason he kind of took some time off and decided, I'm not going to talk to Akane tonight. I'll give this some thought. I'll be serious about this. We have the fun moment with the mom, Ada confessing about the idea that he knows that somebody was going to confess, and then Yamada be like, how the fuck did you know that? And then him getting completely wrong and not understanding the situation, but giving some good advice that it's better to not toy with people and just give them a straight answer and not overthink or not make them wait too long and cause other things that can kind of happen, and it's not fair to them. Telling him basically, dude, get your shit together and get this shit going. Nowhere left to turn to. Yamada kind of loses it and just decides he's going to go visit Akane at work, or else he's just going to go to the convenience store at least. It appears he didn't see her, so he just called her and she didn't answer because she's working, which was really, really sweet moment of him wanting to come and him being able to now have somebody that he feels like he can openly confide in these types of things. And he's not even explaining the things that happen with her, with Sabake, not trying to, get advice or get answers for her. He kind of already knows, but him just trying to understand himself or just vent a little bit. and Akane being the perfect person for him to kind of do that. I don't like how she continuously puts it off and she's like, oh, it wasn't that big a deal, and I talked to Momo about this, but it is what it is. I like how at this point they bring in the piano of the OP. Really, really good. I love when shows do stuff like that while trying to cheer him up and just kind of talk to him. Normally Akane talks about some in-game stuff, of course, which ultimately gets Yamada to kind of open up about himself. First time that I feel like we've really had him open up. He's given us hints here and there, such a thing that's happened in the past with him to Akane, but that was while she was kind of sick and he was just kind of reflecting in his head for the most part, I believe. So this is the first time we really get to see him open up about his struggles internally, about how he feels he's a nobody, about how he struggles to read social cues and understand other people and fully kind of grasp those types of things. And he is somebody who probably overthinks absolutely everything. He gets in his own head. He's not sure how to handle things, how to approach situations, what to respond with, which ultimately results in his one-word answers to like absolutely everything. And when he finally does have something formulated in his head, the conversation's moved on to something completely different that you're not going to bring up the topic anymore, right? And constantly being too harsh on himself, feeling like he has absolutely no like personality, nothing within him, while all these other people see him exterior and kind of view him as like this handsome, mysterious kind of guy, right? But he doesn't feel that kind of way at all. He doesn't feel the way that he's presented outwardly to other people, which is something that's very natural. I mean, most people are their own, harshest critic in a way. Most people are going to be harder on themselves than they are going to be on other people. And the people who are harder on other people who are doing that usually just projecting the insecurities of themselves onto others. But yet Yamada's not that kind of person at all. He's somebody who completely beats on himself over and over to the point that he kind of restricts himself from having access to things such as relationships with other people or getting too close to people and kind of adventuring out and doing other things and trying new unique things, right? Like he's somebody who's been boxed himself in ultimately and built up these thick walls around him and refuses to kind of let anything go because he feels like he is nobody. He feels like he doesn't deserve these things because he's so different in a way and he can't pick up on or be like other people. So at this point, he's just closed himself off completely without trying to really take that next step and improve himself, which is a really tough thing to be in. And a lot of people kind of find themselves, I feel like, in that position over time. But having somebody like Akane there kind of being like, you're not like that, or I don't see you like that, and I don't want to see you look depressed and all that. I know that you're the type of person that will look out for people and does care greatly about other people, is something that can be really reassuring for him to kind of realize that all these people might see things about him that he can't see within himself, and then her specifically bring up these things about what she sees, which is completely different from the things that he's probably heard before that he believes other people think, and kind of realize maybe I do this stuff, or oh, I do kind of look out, or I do notice a lot of things about other people, maybe I bring attention to them or not, and kind of realize there is somebody who's understanding him on a bit more of a stronger level. Just assures him even more that he made the right decision in coming to talk to her as a person, and he can trust in her, which I really, really, really like. And ultimately we're building towards this confession that we're gonna probably get next episode. We end off with the approach of Yamada to Tsubake. So he basically calls her out and he's going to probably explain that he doesn't feel the same way as her. He's going to apologize for all of that. And then I'm assuming we're going to get our finale with Akane. So I'm excited to see kind of how they handle that. I would love nothing more than him to realize everything himself and not kind of wait on her to come and say anything and him just show up at her place and do it. I think that would be the perfect opportunity for this. Or if they even have a run in with each other, I would love for him to be the one who initiates this, specifically because we've been in her head so much and we know exactly where she's at and how she feels. And while we kind of have a strong understanding of where exactly he is, I would love for him to have enough confidence in himself to take that next step and take that approach that it can happen to form something in a relationship between them. Very, very hopeful for the way that that's going to kind of go. If it goes the other way and she handles everything the way that she kind of has, is what it is. I'm not going to be angry, but I would absolutely love nothing more than that. Very excited to see where this goes. Very excited to end this off next week with a bang, hopefully, and then I'll have to sink my hands into the manga and catch up. And I actually don't even know how many chapters or anything are out, so hopefully I could catch up on that fairly quick because I'm sure I'll very much enjoy it. Let me know what you thought about this episode though. If you like it all, hit the like and subscribe. Do mean a lot to me. Feel free to check out the other videos on the channel. Leave any comments about this episode or series. I will be back for the finale, episode 13 next week. You guys have a good one though. See ya.